Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, happy Sunday to you all. Hopefully, you are enjoying your weekends. This was supposed to be the day where I was doing concert prep for Dream Concert 2024. We were just going to check out a whole bunch of artists that were, on the set list or on the artist lineup for the show, check out some artists that I'd never heard of before. Unfortunately, that show is postponed. So we have a day open to catch up on some music that I missed, and lo and behold, we have enough music to do a K-pop catch-up K-band edition. Y'all know how much I love a good K-band around here, and we have got some K-bands to check out. This is going to be so much fun. And it is only 2 songs, but it's 2 more than I was expecting, and that's always a great time. We have a little bit of LACUNA, Great Soul Invasion alumni, of course, the brand new song titled Ghost. nainti오원 are back with brand new music titled Digital Hello. Of course, nainti오원 have a little bit of a super band alum with Mr. John on the lineup. I believe nainti오원 were also part of the audition process for Great Soul Invasion as well. So either way, we have a K-band block, and that's so exciting because I love K-bands. Look, I have always been a passionate K-band advocate, but this for me gets me excited because we have a block of just K-bands to get to. And I reckon the month of August is also going to be quite good fun on the K-band side of things, because I'm pretty sure I saw Lucy come back on the schedule as well. And this year in general, I feel like we've had a pretty good run with K-bands, because we had Band Na, we had QWER back there. We had Yudabin Band had a release. Didn't W24 also have a release? Lucy already had a release this year. Hi-Fi Unicorn has a Japanese album coming out soon. Just, the K-band world is thriving with music, and I hope we get more. But today, we're going to check out 2, so let's get into it. Here we go! God, it feels good to be able to use that K-band intro. It's probably the least used intro on the channel, but it feels good when we get to use it. Anyways, let's get started. This is LACUNA with Uryong? Or Yuryong? The English title, Ghost. So, I feel like it's been a very long time since I've listened to any LACUNA music. I think the last song of theirs that we listened to was a song titled John. Wasn't that last year? It was towards the end of last year, I think. But either way, brand new K-band music. So, here we go! Loud! Love the movement. Love the groove. Oh, the groove is terrific. It's got a nice walking pace to it. Had a nice amount of production work going that really accentuates the song. Oh. That is such a satisfying release, oh my goodness. That moving guitar line is so nice. And the vocals on the song too, stylistically just right. Like, I'm not the most familiar with this group, and I'm also not very familiar with the group I'm about to compare them to, but this kind of gives me the 1975 vibes a little bit. I like it. But that chorus release is everything for me. Cool way of extending that into the bridge. God, this song does the transitions and the evolutions so well. And just the vibes are immaculate. Oh, and we're just going to extend it even further. And then let it just kind of ring out into the atmosphere. Oh, hell yeah. Also, leave it to the K-bands to bring a song that is of this length in this economy. Thank you very much. That's brilliant. That is my favorite LACUNA song that I've listened to so far on the channel. Admittedly, that's not a very long list, but that is my favorite LACUNA song that they have done so far. And it's just such a good time to listen to it. This song essentially encompasses everything that I love about a K-band and puts it in one song. It's got a nice length to it. It's got the really good vocal. I think the vocalist's tone is perfect for this song. I would have liked for it to be mixed a little bit louder in certain parts, especially in that chorus, but that's a very small point. I think that constantly moving second guitar part is so nice. I love a double guitar setup in a K-band. I think it kind of stems from my love of 80s rock music, because most 80s rock bands, hard rock, heavy metal, hair metal, like that era of music, typically had a double guitar setup. You know, your rhythm guitar and your lead guitar. Essentially, who was doing the solo and who's playing the chords in the background. And the fact that on Ghost you have that constantly moving line is so nice, so wonderful to listen to. But it's also got the bite from the rhythm guitar that you want of a song of this nature. The kit, the drums, nice and snappy, nice and sharp, and that bass provides such a nice, actually a very mellow bass line for a song of this nature, considering how intense and how loud it is. It fills that bottom end very nicely. It doesn't have like a big punchy prominence to it. It's more of like a glue that holds everything together, and the drums has that sharpness to it. Sometimes it's the other way around. The bass has the firmness to it, and the drum kind of holds everything together. Not in this case, and I think that's very neat. But overall, Yeah, that's a band song right there. Hell yeah. Nice. Right, and we get to move on to 9001. Oh my goodness, how long has it been since we had a 9001 song? Was Upside Down the last 9001 song that we had on the channel? I'm pretty sure we had one more in between then. Because I'm pretty sure I've told the Obstetofne story at some point. Essentially, I had a Hungarian friend whose grandfather, whenever he tried to pronounce the pineapple upside down cake, would pronounce it Pineapple Obstetofnetsuka, and it's how they would pronounce it in Hungarian, and I thought that was very charming, but anyways, that's besides the point. 9001, Mr. John, of course, part of the Superband 1 lineup. I forget which episode he was eliminated in, but Superband was a great time. I loved it dearly. I still go back and watch stages to this day. But 9001, I'm very excited to see what they've brought today with the song titled Digital Hello. And I believe this also came with a mini album as well, didn't it? May have to go and check that out. But here we go. Oh, it's firm. It's slower, and it definitely has a big chugging element to it. Oh, how did it take this long for me to clock that? Digital world, digital vocals. It was written right there, and I completely missed it. In fact, the entire song has a really cool kind of digital layering over it. Oh, that's cool. This kind of has like a Western sound to it that I can't really describe all that well, but it's nice. I think it's clever that they're really like leaning into that digital element of Digital World. Like, they're not afraid of going digital wherever they can. Oh, and we got different flavors of the digital vocals, too. I'll make the same auto-tune comment as I have in the past. I'm not the biggest fan of auto-tune, but if your entire concept is digital, go for it. Nice. Oh, I didn't click it fast enough, but that's okay. Nice. Love that. Very good time indeed. It's got a character to it that I think is really charming. I think the heaviness, but offset with the slowness of it, is a really interesting touch. I do have to say I still prefer Zinnia over Digital Hello. Like, 9001's Zinnia is a song that lives rent-free in my head, and it's unbelievable how much I love that song. Like, oh. But, having said that, Digital Hello is very smart. They've taken a concept and they've run with it, and they're not shying away from it. It's almost to the point where you give it to the wrong person, they'll say it's overdoing it. But I think that borderline overdoing it is what makes this song clever. Like, you don't get any raw vocals anywhere through this, and well, that's because the entire point of the song is that this is that digital world. And I was wondering how they were going to finish the song. I love that they changed the vocals to a flat-out auto-tune rather than just a digital filter at the end. I think it's a subtle kind of style switch that I think is very well executed, and it's very tastefully done. And this is coming from someone who doesn't like auto-tune. Like, I think when a pop song overuses auto-tune, it ruins the listening experience for me. For this, I think it's perfect. It's the exact place I want an artist to use the auto-tune, is when you're leaning into that digital side of things. I love how slow it is. And that's something I normally wouldn't say on a kind of... This is going to be like a bit of an oxymoron, is that the right word for it? Like something that feels opposite of what its intended purpose is. But for an upbeat song of this nature, for how slow it is, I think that offset is brilliant. Like, when you think of a slow song, you think of like ballads and stuff. This is a slow song that is by no means a ballad. It's chugging, it's intense, every hit is heavy, but that heaviness is there because of how slow the song is. And yet, it's still quintessentially a K-band song at the end of the day. You still get the background instruments from the drums and the bass. You get that guitar having that bite. You get the vocals that kind of equally has that slow pace to it. And because it's slow, it never feels overwhelming at all. Even with all the digital work, it doesn't feel overwhelming. And that's what makes this song really smartly written for me. Do I prefer a more straightforward K-band song? A little bit. But stuff like this, to prove just like kind of the direction that you can go with the K-band, or just like with a song in general, hell yeah. I love experimental stuff like this. I really wonder if we're ever going to get anything like Zinnia again from naintio원 though, because bro, when I heard Zinnia for the first time, I lost my marbles. But LACUNA's Ghost, naintiowon's Digital Hello, two very different songs, both wonderful to listen to. Highly loved both of them. We'll be playlisting both of them, and if there's any subscribers to Burb or Ben's channel on YouTube, he has a thing on Patreon where you can request an MV a month. I've been using those. I'm part of that tier, and I've been using those for the sporadic K-band here and there whenever we get a major K-band release. Like, I've sent him Band Nas stuff, I've sent him both QWR title tracks. I may send him LACUNA's Ghost this month, because this is brilliant. And I enjoyed that way more than I thought I was going to enjoy it. And that's coming from someone who always enjoys a K-band release to begin with, so that's saying something. This was spectacular, and I cannot wait for the other K-band releases that we get this month. But in the meantime, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let's work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking in with your friends or family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day-to-day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.